Good evening, YouTube. It's me, Loretta, your favorite retail therapist. And I wanted to bring back that video that I spoke about regarding my books. I'm sorry, I'm chewing. My camera's been acting crazy. But I decided to self-publish my books. I want to inspire you all who are sitting on books, sitting on thoughts about books, overwhelmed about the process. We live in an open market. You can get some of your friends to edit for you. You can get a colleague to edit for you. You can find someone to print your book and you can self-publish. You don't need to go through all that nonsense unless you want to be, a Pulitzer Prize winner or you want to be bestseller list. I just wanted to write this book because I didn't want to take this experience, the things that I've learned in life back to the grave with me. And I think oftentimes that's what we do because we let people create red tape for us. And so we don't do anything. And so when I turned 50, I decided, you know what? It's now or never. I'm doing it. I'm not putting nobody else as a priority over my projects. Projects I want to get done, that's what I'm going to do. And so I wrote my first children's book. It is called Golden. I say the first one because it's my first grandson. It's a tribute to him. His name is Golden, and he is 1. And I made this book. I wanted to have it ready for his baby shower, but again, making other people the priority. I did not get it done, but I said before he turns 1 year old, this book will be done. And so it's called Golden, the long-awaited giraffe, because giraffes are my favorite animal. It's also the mascot for his nursery. And I just thought it would be a perfect, summation of me waiting and praying for him. Not that I prayed for him for a long time, but I've always prayed for my grandchildren. After I had children, I started praying about being a grandmother and being in a place to be a good grandmother. And so I'm very excited about this project. It's a very easy read, just some pictures and some words that, you can just kind of read. The child can read to the mom, or the mom can read to the child, dad can read to the, grandma, whoever. It's really, really like reading, and a nice way to introduce storytelling to a young child in your life. My other book, my passion, was my journey to becoming gluten-free. I went through many years of being ill, doctors not knowing really what it was, and having these vague symptoms, but not quite crossing over the threshold to be a diagnosis. And it turned out that I had gluten sensitivity. And so I wrote this book about my journey. It's a pocket-sized book, but it's filled with a lot of information. Being African American, we fry everything. Everything has flour in it somewhere, and you will be amazed at things that have flour in it that you don't know that have flour in it, or the wheat product that some people may have allergies to or sensitivities to. I so happen to have a sensitivity to it. It also includes quick tools on how to shop, the whole grocery list of what to buy and what not to buy. And it's really, really simplified for someone who you're just overwhelmed, if you got that diagnosis that you're a celiac, or that you have a gluten sensitivity. Just a nice little place to start. Very proud of it. Had my friends edit it for me, and I decided to have a book release. My friends came out and supported me in great numbers. I'm in my actual second print of selling it by hand, not through a publisher, because again, it was not about me becoming a bestseller. It's about me producing and leaving something that's substantial. We leave a whole lot of garbage behind, and I want to make sure that I left something substantial behind. I'm working on my new project, and it's called Saving Grace, and it's about personal etiquette and decorum for today. We are a society that's going into anything goes, and cell phones at the table, not knowing how to eat at a proper dining setting, and not knowing what to wear, not knowing what was proper protocol. So I kind of put this together because I was invited to go out and do a talk on etiquette. I love teaching young people about etiquette, but found out there are many adults that don't know proper etiquette, for whatever the reason, not making anyone high or low, but you want to be able to go into a room and feel comfortable in a room that has a full setting on a table. And what do you do, and how do you present yourself, and have a little tool to help present yourself well. So this right now is just a workbook that's not necessarily going to be for sale. It will be when I go out places to use it and make it available. But we'll see what God says. Maybe it will become something that will be for sale. Because again, I want to use everything that I have. I want to leave the earth empty. I don't want to take anything back to heaven with me. So Saving Grace. So stay tuned for that. I'm also working on a novel and it's about first ladies. And I've been a first lady for a long time. I'm married to a reverend, and I love the whole ideal of Lady Obama and Hillary Clinton. And I just kind of thought about the first ladies on that level. And I'm gonna have this whole story of espionage going on, and how it relates back to the church. It's gonna be very exciting. So you have to stay tuned for that. Now that might be my bestseller. So just keep my name in mind just in case I become a bestseller. I forgot to mention my bookmark. My friend Sarah Alvarez. Again, you'll hear that name a lot. She's my colleague, my lunch buddy. We keep each other, I guess, in line. We pull each other back from the ledge. Like, don't do that, don't say that. And you need somebody in your life like that. So I thank God for her. She made these bookmarks for my book release to go along with my golden giraffe. And I just hope God blesses her. She's really gifted in her hands. So I'm hoping that you'll be hearing more about her from her real soon. And I think that's all I have regarding the book. Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't be self-reliant on publishers. It's great if you have access to all of that, use it. But if you don't, in the meantime, and you have something passion in you, the first person who wrote a book didn't have a publisher. They wrote it out of their pure passion. And don't let anybody kill your pure passion. And that's what's, why we don't have talent like we used to see it. This that raw talent, because we're letting somebody decide what God has called us to do. No one can make that call but you. So write the book, start the business, open the store, build the house, have the children, do whatever God has put in you to do. And just do it with joy and put all your passion in it. You will not regret it. I don't regret it. My life has been blessed. People have, given me great responses from the book. And I just want to be a blessing. So thank you for listening to me. I hope this inspired you. Again, we're only creating a space here. Wherever we want to create a space, we're just making room because there's plenty of room. The earth is big, it's huge. The market is not overwhelmed. There's always room for one more. Thank you, YouTube, and have a good night.